Hi folks, this is Mike. Looking at a early 80s E-Z-GO electric golf cart, and I noticed, well, I was swapping tires and I noticed a lot of play in the tire here. I'll show you what I mean. Right there. Why I get it stuck on here again? I'll put it on this way. So I noticed a lot of play. You know, with the tire on, you could actually have a lot of wobble in there. And it's kind of hard to see. But after I got the tire off, I thought maybe, first I thought maybe it was the bearings in the axle here. And then after I took the tire off, so let me try it again with the hub on. The hub really goes on the other way, but I don't want to put it back on the correct way because I'll have to pry it off again. But for demonstration purposes, I noticed when I wobbled it, the play was really in here. And if you can. So I figured that's where a lot of the play is coming from. So I was looking online for a new drum, the whole drum assembly here. And the reason is these splines in here are wearing down, and that's why there's a lot of play in there. And I'm sure some of the splines on the axle itself are worn down too to some degree. But I'm not going to go through and replace the axle. I figure if I get a new drum, if it was cheap enough, that would probably get rid of a lot of the play, and the golf cart would last another 15 years or so. So I was looking online, and there's a bunch of different drums out there, anywhere from $300 to the one I purchased for this particular golf cart, which was 46 bucks. So I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. And I think if you can see in there, the spindle looks pretty good, the teeth on there, and it seems to fit nice. So there's it took up more than 50% of the play that was there. See, it doesn't hardly wobble at all now. Before I get on with that though, I actually had the golf cart apart in the spring. I took all the batteries out, cleaned the battery trays, welded on some new angle iron, changed the cotter pins, checked the castle nuts, replaced the corroded ends on the battery cables, and put dielectric grease on it, all that stuff. And I actually had this, I wanted to check the brakes because I never looked at them before, and at that time I didn't notice the tire was wobbly. But anyway, when I got it off, this brake shoe here actually just fell right off. It fell off of the brake pad here, came off of the metal brake shoe right there. And yeah, I could have bought new ones. I think they were like, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks, something like that. And I have to wait a week and a half or two to get them. And this brake shoe looks perfectly fine. So what I did was I marked off on the metal shoe where the brake pad was supposed to go. And then I just used a small sanding drum on a Dremel tool, cleaned off the old adhesive, roughed it up some. I also did the back of the brake pad itself without gouging it out. And then I just put some JB Weld. I mixed it up, I put it on here. And then I used a ratchet strap to go around the whole thing here and just ratcheted it tight on the top. And it held it nice and tight. And the brakes have been working great. So anyway, I thought maybe someone might find that of interest. They'd be able to do on their golf cart or ATV or whatever. I certainly wouldn't try that on a car since you're going down the highway at highway speeds. But on a golf cart around the property, it's perfectly fine. So anyway, that actually worked out pretty good, and I didn't have to bother getting a new set of brakes. Saved a little money and didn't have to wait a week and a half, 2 weeks to get it. Anyway, let me put this on. Come on. Oh, first I want to put a little bit of grease I wanted to put a little bit of grease on the spindle here and on the lug nuts. Lug nut bolts, just so it's a little easier to come off next time. That's good enough. I'll throw a little bit on there. Now to get grease on the inside the drum. That's it. Fits nice. Looks good. Yeah, I don't remember though. Yeah. Let me have one more look at something and get this off again. Yeah. Okay, there's a clip in there holding the bearings in. That's what I wanted to check. And that looks good. Okay. That's that. And we put a little bit of grease on these. And then what I'll do is, after I get the nuts on and tighten down, I'll use a little paint pen and just mark across the nut and across the stud, so I can just visually see if the nut's loosening up, you know, coming loose, and then I'll have to tighten it down again instead of having to, you know, check it, you know, with a wrench. I did that to my tractor, and it's so much easier instead of having to use a wrench every so many hours to see if it's loosening up. I can just visually have a look. Same as what came off. Come on. Always one that's difficult. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see. This is 3/8. That's in my pocket here. Oh, good. 3/8. Stand up. Stay there. Yeah, right. And just about all the wobble is now gone. Nice. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's it. Okay, that's that. I think should do it.